Pisces, welcome back for your love and general read. Those of you who are new, a very warm welcome. Those of you who are returning, welcome back, tribe. If you're wanting a booking, the link is below, as well as any other videos are in the box above. Now let's get into your read. You do have an interesting read. I have pulled the cards, but I will pull clarifiers. There is an energy coming through with you guys where there's going to be some people needing on you quite a bit. Now, I had to pull a clarifier in this area because I was like, what's this about? You're quite unsure about an offer. Now, in general, this offer could be anywhere in your life, but I'm feeling as though people are needing upon you because I pulled the clarification card. You've got the King of Cups. Now, with this energy in reverse, I feel it's your gut instincts. Now, you've got the upright of responsibility, and I feel people, you may already have enough on your plate physically, but you're being firm with the way people are needing on you. It can also be a secondary energy of, how do I put it? It may be where you energetically feel lackluster towards some of the responsibilities that you're dealing with, and it can be because you're not energetically anchored in and connected to it. So in these areas, I have pulled work, money, and family, as well as your love domain. The interesting thing is it can be for some of you in different areas of your life where you had invested in, you're second guessing it now. You're like, okay, let me really think about this. And that can really be the Gemini moon where you're wanting to expand and you're wanting to change things. And that transit really will take approximately 6 months for that energy. With the energy of that, definitely with the full moon having had in Scorpio, the residue of that frequency plus the Gemini energy can be coming through where you're second guessing scenarios and looking at things. What do I invest in? How do I deal with this? In the past, you had to be super cautious. And again, I do feel this could be with your finances. It could potentially be with things that you invest in to get the best out of situation. So unless you have enough information, which is very much the Gemini energy, Neptune, you know, the connection and correlation to Neptune and Jupiter squaring is very much the energy where, how do I put it? There's a frequency going on with you guys at the moment where you're second guessing it, but you're very intuitive. So you're looking back over the past and you're saying to yourself, okay, with that energy, how do I look at my life right now? And really follow your gut. You know, if you're needing to get grounded, take your shoes off, plant your feet physically on the ground, do some breathing exercises and tune into what universe is telling you. Because I do feel like you guys are second guessing a situation, but you're taking from the past. Don't live in the past though. So take the information from the past in an instinctual manner and utilize it in the given situations that you're directly dealing with now. You may be isolated away from people, but there is a change coming with that. Currently where you stand, you've got the Five of Cups, and Five is all about changes, okay? You can't change the past, but you can change the future. You know, in the steps you directly take, you're going to change the scenarios that you've been dealing with. You are moving into the King of Coins energy, and this is in your general life overall. I am going to do a mid-month read. We'll take that. To do a second check-in for where the energy's at with you guys. Okay, exactly what I was saying. I can get from an unwanted to a wanted relationship. So again, you did get responsibilities coming up and fearing this commitment. It could be with a direct person, or it could be in general with the connections and where you're wanting to grow, where you're wanting to take your life. This could be movement as well. Don't you use the past as a tool, not as a definition of what it's always going to be. Because I do feel you do have the key to it, but the power is in your hands. You know, the lessons were given to you. Look at how the hand has the third eye on it. Your energy is larger now. In the past, yes, it was dark, but you have moved beyond that. Yes, trust your third eye when it does come to the past and what wasn't working. Now assess it in how to change it and mesh it into what will energetically for you. This can be changing up your routine. It can be moving things around to fit the new version of yourself. Now, with the Five of Cups, I don't know why 2 keeps coming up for you guys. The laws of attraction assemble happy relationships, but they also take them away as well. You've got this card in reverse, so anything that's not meant to be in your life can potentially be removed. 9 times out of 10, if we experience a tower moment, we tend to feel like this, and we can't see the blessing in it. But there is energy that remains because it's only up from here. So regardless of what you're going through right now, with both being 5s, it does mean change. Moving into the King of Coins. Deal with the adversity. You know, you're going to need to be patient with this scenario. There can be people around. I feel it's more you're being patient, but it might be to the detriment of you. For some of you, not all of you. I'm also getting a vision of someone being over nice to you and you're wondering where this is all coming from. I really do feel this is genuine. You need to believe that the past is the past. That's what I'm hearing. Pull a clarifier on it. What is this King of Coins? The thoughts I think determine the relationship I attract. If you're feeling self-worth, even if a person or a situation was out of alignment, we were then in that vibration. If you energetically have changed and you've acknowledged your self-worth, what you're going to attract in your life is through the crown, because it's your belief systems. So if you're wishing for good things to come to you, where things are working with you, where people are more balanced, where people are more respectful, where the things you invest in are that vibration, you're naturally attracting it. If you're cautious and you're still remaining in this energy, you're going to attract that direct vibration. It may be some meditation you need to do on what you're thinking on right now to change that perspective. We do tend to meditate upon the things that happened in the past, but we can't live there because we will recreate that energy. I'll look at the other energies and then we'll come back to the top again because I feel it's got more of a story. There's more going on here. We shall continue. Okay, in your work domain, this is any area you're working on or a physical job or seeking employment. You've got the Page of Cups, okay? You need to emotionally be connected to something you're working in, and it may be in its young, youthful stage. Some of you may be starting a new position. I'm also seeing some of you actually working with a person that's younger. It may be a boss energy that employs you that is younger than you. They see the potential in you. If there is a young person around you that is higher in rank, I feel as though this person's going to be very beneficial towards you. I'm not getting a bad feeling. Interesting energy. Somebody may also be leaving your place of employment. You might be nervous about what that's going to mean for you, for some of you. It does feel as though this new person who comes in might have fresh ideas and it can change the way the energy is at work. Yeah, this other person, and it's one or the other, but I'm feeling this new person is better. Not that there's a competition, but it just feels a different vibration. It feels like they're coming in with fresh blood. They're changing things to change the dynamic. Certain things won't need to be changed, so don't stress on that environment. Also, there's an energy of if this job does not feel in alignment for you, the clarification card, you have this in reverse. It may be you've come to a resolve in your mind because you got it in reverse, I'll read it in a moment, that some situations can't change. Energetically, you've changed, and some of you may be seeking new employment or changing and upgrading. And this has been coming through very heavily this month. I'll not ask others to become different for me. I do feel some of you feel that this situation here won't change. You've changed. Some of you may be returning to an old place. What is working for you at the moment is, you know, going through this transition, assessing the situation and working out what to do to integrate it. But there can be a new offer that comes through. But there's some fresh energy, regardless, for those of you who are employed, coming through in this month, I feel. I still feel you're meditating on it, though. I really feel this unsure energy, and it can just be the lackluster energy of going with flow, you know, 9 to 5. But at the same time, what is working for you, and I've got to tune into why this is coming through. Some of you might be looking at a home business, or you were working from home, and you're moving out and you're moving into an office space situation. You got home in reverse. There can be an environment that was not consistent. So looking at those areas of whether to do a home-based business or to, you know, and I'm seeing a warehouse for some of you, it's like there's two different energies coming through, and it really depends on how it's connecting with you guys. There's a shift and a change with this though, and it is coming through very heavily. If you intuitively, especially with the crowning energy of the King of Cups and responsibility, I feel you're weighing up the pros and cons with this situation. What will block you is not looking at the truth of the matter, okay? You really need to look at the truth, follow your gut, look at the contract and read the fine print for those of you transitioning over or assessing a new dynamic. Before jumping in the deep end. It is going to take 6 months to take off, and that's because of the new moon energy in Gemini. It's still going to move, and it is going to bode very well, but it's all the groundwork this month that you do, and the aspect of seeing that plan through and attempting not to get bored. Be choosy about what you're committing to with these scenarios. I'm also seeing some of you doing paperwork. And this can be correlating with your employment, waiting for something to come through. It may be finances, it may be taxation, legalities. It just feels contracts as such are coming through with this, and it's delaying. Some of you also building or a new building, but it's feeling building from the ground up, and read over plans. So if any of you are building a home, make sure you read over the fine details, because I think something isn't quite where it's meant to be, and you're going to notice this. And I do feel those of you who that's relevant to, you know, make sure you actually look at the specs. Financially and money. Interesting. You don't want to do everything based on your cash component. You do need to shake things up a bit. I've got this feeling that some of you feel that what you're doing in a sense of employment or how you're generating your income, you do need to change it. You're also frustrated with things staying the same at a financial level. Some of you did foresee some of these hurdles coming. And again, I'm hearing legalities. Go through the ocean with this, okay? Some of you, might have been a separation and it's cost you financially. That's not for all of you. But there is this energy where, again, it's coming back to work again for some reason. It's like changing something up, knowing you can do better than what potentially another person is. Some of you are wanting to get the manager's position. But you're wondering whether the cash component's worth it for some of you. But it does feel as though it's investment-wise, there's lackluster energy. And it can be that you're working so hard and what's coming in is going out. So your motivation connected to that is a little bit lackluster at the moment. You're also waiting for something to come in. Some of you, I am feeling this can be connected to a move, and you are waiting to hear information coming through. but you're quite exhausted from thinking about it. And I do feel there's a lot of third eye energy coming through, because I'm really getting the middle temple and the eyes going at the moment. Yeah, you're waiting for the communication to come through in relation to something. Something's up in the air. There's a lot of information coming in, but lack of clarity. You really do desire this change. What isn't working for you is doing things the old way. You really have to do things the new way. There is a new way, and it can be joining new groups, there is a connection here, and you've got 3 crown chakra cards. You can't make that up when it comes to what's blocking you. You might be in your head about it at the moment, but you can't stay there. You do need to react. But it's interesting because in the financial sector for you guys and money, you've got the wedding card in reverse. So it can be due to a divorce. It also can be at a work-related zone that certain people aren't meshing and doing what they're meant to, but other people may be getting the notation and you may not be, and you might be doing most of the work because you've got the responsibility crowning your energy. Try and deal with it the way you energetically feel fit, but at the same time I feel you're really getting ready to change things. I haven't done this for any of the other zodiac signs, but I'm going to do this for you because it seems like you're waiting for something and you're wondering what the unseen is going to be. What is the unseen? You're fearing something's going to be taken from you or something isn't going to be given to you. And you are passionate about this, but you're following your intuition. This news is coming through, and I feel it's coming from you. I feel you're waiting and waiting for something to come through, and I feel you're finally going to react and you're going to follow the paper trail. It may be a phone call that's needed. It may be checking your email. It's like you're waiting on a piece of information. It can be connected to home again. You know, you're not feeling grounded because of this. You want things to settle in, and I feel everyone energetically. And home doesn't have to be a physical house. It could be grounded in the sense of you feeling connected to a tribe, connected to a group. But there is something that is delaying you, and it's affecting your direct frequency. In your family domain, you may actually hear that somebody is getting married. This could be you. It could be directly connected to kin or tribe. But there is a joining and there is going to be a group gathering. It is going to be, there are a lot of blessings around this gathering that's coming up. It feels like everything's coming together, that people are coming back together again and merging. And, you know, what will work for you is, you know, seeing the blessings in this connection. You may wish to be closer to them. You're happy for them, but it's also blocking you. I feel because you wish to be closer. There is this energy where you got melancholia in reverse. So, and this is the energy of what's blocking you. So it's like you are happy, but at the same time, you are very concerned at the moment about what's going on with you. Now, all these coming togethers, it could be a tribe coming together, it could be people moving closer, could be weddings coming up. There's a lot going on in the family tribe domain and within the employment sector as well, you know, in your tribe. So people in general coming together. It may be a lot going on and extra responsibilities, and I feel you have a lot going on yourself and you're doing a lot of mental processing. So overall, although you'd like to be there more, I do feel you do have things going on. I'm going to pull a clarifier for that. Why is this melancholia in reverse? Yeah, you want to be closer. I do feel it's because you want to be part of it. You want to be part of the dynamic, but you're missing out on something for some reason, or there's something else going on. Let's have a look at your relationship sector. What's going on in your relationship sector? Oh. You're very confused at the moment. Okay. You got 2 heart chakra cards and 1 divine consciousness that is reversed. Somebody from the past is coming back, okay? And I feel this being in reverse, you're like, it's done. And then bang, reunion. It's interesting because you have divine consciousness in reverse. This could be a soulmate twin flame, and I'm doing that read next. You need to let go and have some heart healing, okay? You made a wish. It's coming back 360. And it's interesting, this card's a 5 as well. You've got a lot of change coming. I feel you guys don't know that this is coming. Some of you potentially could have 2 suitors or 2 ways this path can go. It's interesting because you've got the Tower card in between you. There's going to be a shake-up of some degree. Some of you are leaving one situation and getting into another, and you think you're going to be single, but there's another person coming in. This could even be the same person, you know, thinking that it's over, but then as you're becoming independent and anchored in with your energy, once everything kind of settles, I do feel this person's coming back, or there's a new person replacing them. If you're in a relationship, there is a shake-up within the relationship. And again, it can just be that you've got so much going on, especially with responsibilities and you guys having way too much on your plate. It may be affecting your perspective and perception. I do feel you're going to get anchored in by mid-month, where this can actually settle down. So again, it does depend on how this relates to you. Internally, how your partner is feeling is they're knowing that this is going to come to a close. Now, this could be the physical connection with the Tower, or the adversity that they're directly dealing with. Now, I'm going to check. Where's the clarification cards there? It's something that's been going on for a long time inside them, and I do feel it doesn't feel like a purge. Yeah, it felt like a person. There is a person around them who is not being kind or fair to them, or there's situations at the moment who are not being kind and fair to them. It can be an ex. It can be a co-worker, but it feels a person of a non-romantic nature. Even if they were together before, it's definitely not romantic. External to them right now, they're trying to pick the pieces up after adversity. So this could be a person that went through a separation, okay, because they've got the priest. They're hoping that this is going to come full 360 and close out. They're needing this Tower for this situation to happen because the whole situation has got completely old for them. For you, again, same energy. You don't know whether to invest. You don't know what to invest in right now. You're cautious. You're thinking about your budget. You're thinking about what to invest in overall. Like I said, your energy is really coming through like you're thinking a lot. There's a lot going on around you, but it's like you're in the eye of the storm watching this frequency. Super interesting. Yeah, you're doing spiritual work at the moment. And also when it does come to your employment, it could be for some of you where this connection is having movement on both sides of the fence to come together. Externally, you're ready. Like, you know, you're preparing to get ready for this scenario. This chaos can all be linking in with this direct person. Of the reasons why you're now re-looking at these scenarios in your own life to be prepared for this foundation of the outcome. Let's have a look. Follow your gut. I'm really hearing follow your gut. If you know that certain things are coming. Yep. Interesting. I just got shivers down my spine. Okay. This Tower has been manifested by this person, okay? Because it's not help from above. Both of you won't see the blessing in this, but you're going to, because at the heart of the reading, you got soulmate. This is a very deep spiritual connection that's coming towards you. And again, it's a 5, change. Okay. They see the beauty you hold with your independence. And again, this card the other day I was looking at it, and when it's here, it looks like Medusa and Black Moon Lilith. Now, there is the serpent/snake on the card. She's touching her higher heart, which is connected to Chiron. Her third eye's activated. And she's holding the compass in her hand. And again, very similar energies. Look how independent they are. Masculine or feminine, regardless. This is for Pisces. Yeah, you do have a lot of higher heart coming up. So you're very independent, especially with Chiron being an Aries. You're taking on this independent role. You're tuning into your romance. You're tuning into the things that you're passionate about and what you want life to look like. You do know that we all are fortunate in some shape or form. But you're also holding a lot of self-worth here. And I feel this is by the end of the month, but the energy is going to shift by mid-month. But it's something to do with the end of the month. This might be a plan. This might be the movement that you're having by then. I feel more finances are coming by the end of the month, and it's going to make you feel more independent in your own energy. I do feel this is when you're going to alchemize the connection, or connections are going to be more balanced in your life in general. It's going to take the pressure off you of thinking about this all the time. There you go. And then love's coming in. So you've got fortune, money. It's jumping at me. Not thinking about it anymore. Everything's balanced. And then you have a card on the floor. Love. Love and light. I'll see you during the months.